Dear students, this video is on class 10, chapter 15, part 1. The name of the chapter is Our Environment. This chapter is very interesting chapter and also is very easy chapter, and there is some relation between the life processes and our environment. So let us start. We have heard the word environment often being used on the television, in newspapers, and by people around us. So the word environment, it is very common word, and we can heard the word on the television, newspaper, and also by the common people. Our elders tell us that the environment is not what it is used to be earlier. Others say that we should work on in a healthy environment. So some of the elder people said that the environment whatever we getting here today, this environment is not the environment we used to see in the earlier. That means there is a lot of changes in the environment nowadays. And global summits involving the developed and developing countries are regularly held to discuss environmental issues. And there are a lot of global summits which are held only to discuss with the other countries for the environmental issues. So there are a lot of environmental issues. One of the environmental issues is environmental pollution, global warming. So these are the international issues, and these are discussed in the global summit. In this chapter, we shall be studying how various factors in the environment interact with each other and how we impact the environment. So in this chapter, we will study the various factors which can affect the environment and also the interaction of the people and the environment, and how we affect the environment. We will discuss here in this chapter. In class 9, we saw how different materials are cycled in the environment in separate biogeochemical cycles. So in class 9 we have discussed different biogeochemical cycle. For example, carbon cycle, nitrogen cycle, oxygen cycle. So in these cycles, essential nutrients like nitrogen, carbon, oxygen, and water are changed from one form to another. So we have seen in this biogeochemical cycle, carbon, oxygen, and also other minerals or nutrients change from one form to another and again come to the environment. We shall now see how human activities affect these cycles. So we will also see how these cycles affected by the human activities. What happens when we add our waste to the environment? So there are a lot of waste material produced by every human being. So what will happen if we throw out this waste material in the environment? In our daily activities, we generate a lot of material that are thrown away. So as we know that in our daily activities we produce a lot of material. That may be plastic, that may be any vegetable peels, or any type of materials we are producing in our day-to-day life, and we throw these all materials in the environment. What are some of these waste materials? What happens after we throw them away? Let us perform an activity to find answer to this question. So this is the activity. It is not so important. So we are going to the next part. We have seen in the chapter on life processes that the food we eat is digested by various enzymes in our body. So in life process chapter we have seen that the food is digested by different enzymes. Have you ever wondered why the same enzymes does not break down everything we eat? So we have seen there that for a particular food item or for a particular food components, it requires some specific enzyme to digest that component. Have you ever wondered why the same enzyme does not break down everything we eat? So it is very surprised to know that every enzyme do not digest every particle. So this is very surprising matter. Enzymes are specific in their action. specific enzymes are needed for the breakdown of a particular substance. So we have seen there that every component requires some specific enzyme to digest that material. That means from larger component to smaller component. That is why we will not get any energy if we try to eat quail. That means if we eat quail, we will not get energy. Why? Because there is no such enzyme to digest quail. Because of this, many human-made materials like plastics will not be broken down by the action of bacteria or other saprophytes. So, that is why the human-made materials like plastic, it will not broken or it will not decompose in the environment due to the presence of bacteria or saprophytes. These materials will be acted upon by physical processes like heat and pressure. So this material, that means the plastic like materials, will only acted upon by the physical process like heat and pressure. But under the ambient conditions found in our environment, these persist for a long time. So in the normal condition of the environment, it remains in the environment very longer time. Substances that are broken down by biological process are said to be biodegradable. So here one important question, that is biodegradable substances and non-biodegradable substances. So I am giving you one important notes regarding these two term, very important term. So before going to that note, you just see what is written here. How many of the substances you buried were biodegradable? Substances that are not broken down in this manner are said to be non-biodegradable. These substances may be inert and simply persist in the environment for a long time or may harm the various members of the ecosystem. So these materials which are non-biodegradable, that means that are not degraded by environment or the microorganism, these substances may affect the other living organism in the environment. So it may harm to the ecosystem. So let us see the important notes on these two terms. So here is biodegradable waste. So what are biodegradable waste? Biodegradable waste are wastes which are decomposed into harmless substances by microorganisms. So the materials or the waste materials which are decomposed means degraded or digested by microorganism into harmless substances. Harmless substances means, that means after digestion or after decomposition, these substances do not affect the environment anymore. So this is called harmless substances. For example, vegetable, fruits, pulses, cereals, cotton, jute, wool, wood, leather, paper, animal dung, animal bones, etc. So these are all examples of biodegradable waste. So let us see non-biodegradable waste. Non-biodegradable wastes are wastes which are not decomposed by microorganisms. So simply it is the opposite of biodegradable waste. So these waste do not decomposed by the microorganism. So these are example: polythene bags, plastics, synthetic fibers, glass, metals, synthetic rubber, insecticides, pesticides, etc. So these are the examples of non-biodegradable waste. So you have to remember the example of these two important terms. These are very much important for the board exam. So this is all about today's class. Thank you.